Why can't you just quietly have sex under a comforter like most college students?
You found this splittable note?
I just need your supercomputer virus to crack the firewall.
I really wish you wouldn't call my ex-husband by numeric algorithm of supervirus. Skipping the IP, switching to MD6, and somebody take a screenshot. We have to post this to hack the firm to brag that we actually got it.
Hold on. 30 seconds until the firewall goes back up.
Cooper, what are you doing?
The world would be a much better place if there weren't any student loans. Don't you?
You can't wipe out all the loans. They'll never think it's a glitch. They're gonna track us down and find us.
10 seconds.
Cooper!
I'm not going to jail for you, Cooper, and you shouldn't either.
Coop!
I almost had it.
What were you thinking?
Ever heard of hacktivism? Instead of posting to web forums, we could be doing some real good in the world.
And going to prison in the process.
It's all about what you want to be when you grow up, babe. A hacker or a hero. Hello? Speedy?
Just signing a lease. What do you think?
Thea, you're signing a lease on a spot that you can't possibly afford.
I can, actually.
With whose money?
Malcolm Merlin's. His estate, I mean. When I left Starling City, I mentioned something to Ned Foster about Malcolm being my father, and there's a lot of legal stuff I didn't understand.
He
but
left you money?
the entire world thinks he's dead, so yes, legally his estate goes to his last living heir.
And last week when you told me that you had investors for the club, that was a lie.
I was afraid you wouldn't react well to the idea of me taking his money.
It's blood money, Thea. You don't know what Malcolm Merlin is capable of.
I know what his money is capable of. Renting me this really sweet loft.
Listen to me, he's alive. If you take his money, he has a hold on you.
I think you're being a little melodramatic. I'm his daughter, okay? He's not going to put me in danger.
Responsible for the death of 503 innocent people, including your brother.
And that is a card that you do not get to play. You are my brother, but that does not mean you have the right to tell me what I can do with my life. I am my own person. Movers are coming tomorrow, so you can stop by with popcorn or not stop by at all. The place. He just needs a little help turning the power back on, so why don't you stay put? Stay here. Right here. Okay.
Hey, any luck tracking this? Hello?
this your friend?
No. Mom, this is Oliver, Queen.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes, it's so nice to meet you, too. How many millionaires do you know?
Diggle. Meet Felicity Small.
Mom. John Diggle.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Oh, hello. Who is this little nugget?
This is my daughter, Sarah.
Oh, Mom? Mom? What? We have to go downstairs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to stop you. I'm so sorry. Little baby moment. So sorry.
It's great to meet you, finally.
Yes, definitely.
Why is Sarah here?
Lila's on assignment in Santa Presca, and the nanny called in sick.
But we can't bring her down there.
Why not, Oliver? What's she gonna tell?
Well, I'm not comfortable with her down there.
Don't help me. My mother loves babies.
Really?
Whoever this Brother Iger is somehow got access to the city's protected network and uploaded a system-wide virus.
Any way to trace it?
No, it deleted itself as soon as it completed its task.
They said the power outage was just the beginning.
Then let's find them before there's a next time. Hey, Laurel, you all right to get here okay?
I'm fine, I was close. But why did I get the emergency services alert? Why didn't they call the district attorney?
Because he's visiting his niece in Coast City.
You are the acting district attorney. Congratulations.
Hello, Detective. Captain.
Look, you're on this Brother Right thing, right?
We are.
Good, because there's no one here who knows computers better than you.
For the last time, I am not interested in buying a fake ID. I am hanging up now. Bye. My mom says hi. You still angry at me?
I was past the firewall and into the account network. I had 3,000 death swipe by the time you pulled the plug on me.
Well, think of how many accounts you could go to prison for if I hadn't stopped you.
Relax. The DNS wasn't configured. They can't back trace me.
They can. The subroute was configured. By accessing the accounts, you set off a packet's feedback that anyone could trace back to.
You are gorgeous when you're being a chicken.
I'm serious.
I'm serious.
Move yourself! FBI, don't move! You're under arrest!
No! Let go of me!
You're arrested for violation of U.S. Title 18.
Don't! Not him! Let go of him! Let him go!
They said this was just the beginning. Electricity is not the only power in this city. Consider money, for example. The banks are next to go dark. Your beloved dollars wiped away as your accounts will finally all be equal. At zero.
I'm working on it. I set up some trace IP packets before Brother Eye's last broadcast. As soon as he opened up the channel, I skipped up the breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs we can follow?
I hope so.
Where's Captain Lance?
Coordinating squad car patrols with dispatch. Why? What's wrong?
Situation at Starling National.
Send in an ESU SWAT.
Sorry, man, but you don't have the power to...
I'm acting district attorney. The city charter gives me operational authority in times of crisis, which this clearly is. And I'm not letting anyone get hurt. Send in an ESU now.
What's going on?
SCPD just dispatched a riot squad to Starling National.
It's like fighting a fire with gasoline.
Shut up.
Oliver's right. It's getting out of control. You need to hurry up.
Sure got some dispersing, but we can't bomb the entire city, Felicity.
The trace led me to the virus they're using. It is a mile past complex. I'm coming through now. No.
What's wrong?
The virus. I can't stop it.
How do you know?
Because it's mine. wrote it 5 years ago. Okay, before you say anything, just know that I never imagined the virus being used for something like this. I mean, sure, I could have imagined it. I actually have a very vivid imagination. Like Cronuts, I had a vision of them before.
Relax. Take a deep breath. Good. I'll start at the beginning.
I was in this, I guess you could call it a group. In college, we were activists, for lack of a better word. Civil disobedience via the World Wide Web. I created this super virus. That could give us root access to any infected server. We could expose government fraud, start virtual sit-ins, and digitally deface criminals. I guess you could say it was my first attempt at being a hero.
Christine, why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Do we even know a fraction of what happened to you the 5 years you were away?
Who else had access to the program?
Myron Forrest. I had a boyfriend in college, and Myron was his roommate.
And he was a member of this hacktivist group? What about the boyfriend?
Oh, he couldn't have done this. He's not in the picture, but Myron always had somewhat of an edge.
Can you give me an address?
Sure. Just one small problem. Not small necessarily, but short. Just take the alleyway entrance. Are you okay?
A bit better.
I talked it over with Myron, and I'm going to tell them I wrote the super virus.
You can't do that.
I can't let you wrong the person could.
You can't tell them you wrote that virus. Because I already told them I did. I always said I'd protect you from screwed.
This isn't.
It's better this way. I went down those loans. There's no reason both of us should be in prison. Not you.
Hey, you got a minute?
Congratulations, you called in a riot squad. You nearly started one. And did it behind my back.
You were busy, and the situation at Starling National was escalating.
You escalated it, Laurel. Please tell me you can at least see that now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Laurel, baby. What's gotten into you? You're angry, you're distant, you're reckless. Tell me you're not boosting again.
No.
Then what the hell's going on? Because this isn't you. Look, I haven't said anything because I was hoping that you would say something because you, sweetheart, you know I'm in 10 different kinds of pain and you won't talk about it.
I can't talk about it with you.
Okay, now listen, you don't have to talk about it with me. You talk about it with somebody. The secret's hurt, baby. Sometimes more than the truth.
Backup generator keeps that locked. Or so they told me. I could never get that stupid door to open. Contractor says the entire sublevel is flooded though. It's a water main break.
What are you doing here, Eli?
A super hacker is trying to take over the city and I'm worried about you. Still good to be worried, right?
Yes. And if you really have to, you can even be judgmental. Occasionally. But someone told me recently that family is pretty precious. And love, in spite of everything, is what makes it precious. Right now, the Queen family is just you and me.
So let it just be you and me. And don't take Merlin's money.
I'm trying to meet you halfway here, Ollie. The other half is up to you.
Iron Forest, you have failed this city.
Tell him he has to retract all the infected packets from subsystem mainframes within the city.
Tell them to shut down the virus. Do it now.
You think I'm behind the cyber attacks?
Sounds like a brother out of me.
I swear to God, I'm not. I head up the IT department of an accounting firm. I drive a hybrid. It's blue. I'm one of the sheep lunatics like these guys hate. Why would I do this?
His digital fingerprints are all over this code. It's an X-axis bionumeric algorithm.
The code's an X-axis binumeric algorithm that you've used before. College. My roommate, his girlfriend. Yeah, sure, we developed it. We called it a supervirus, but that doesn't mean I'm the eye guy. Have you tried Felicity Smoke? She's innocent. Then it's gotta be someone else. After we graduated, I might have showed the code off to a few people.
Who were they?
I don't remember. It was 5 years ago. I didn't think it was a big deal. We were just kids playing with matches.
I am running out of things for him.
Need to track down whoever Myron shared your code with.
I hacked all of his emails and all of his text messages from 5 years ago, and all I got was depressed.
Okay, what about your ex?
I already told you he didn't do it.
Why? Because he's your ex-boyfriend?
Because my senior year of college, Cooper and I did a stupid thing. He got arrested, and he went to prison.
So he went to prison. Maybe he got out.
He didn't,
How do you know?
because he's dead. He hanged himself before sentencing.
Felicity.
Just really need to be alone right now.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I launched my plan to rebrand Starling into Star City. Didn't count on cyber terrorism. I'm looking for a partner with whom to drown my sorrows, and you definitely look like somebody who could use a drink.
I'm sorry. My mother, I didn't have anywhere else to go.
You okay?
You're an inventor. Did you ever create anything that you didn't think was important? Turns out, it's very important.
Of course. Those turned out to be the best inventions.
Not always.
You want to talk about it?
Of course I'd find him here.
Could you just wait? Wait a second.
I'm sorry, I've already waited 2 hours for you at your apartment. Before that, it was 2 hours in that club.
This is no way that you could be anywhere else but here. Thanks, Mom. That wasn't the least bit mortifying. Only half as bad as parents became freshman year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've been reduced to stalking my own daughter.
You can't seem to comprehend that I can't make the whole world stop because you decided to show up on my doorstep. I have responsibilities.
Yes, I know, Felicity. You have work. You have work.
No. You don't understand. It is so much more than work. All you care about is my love life or how much cleavage I don't show.
That is not true.
That is completely true. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm terminally single. I'm sorry I have an actual job. I'm sorry that I don't dress like a porn star. Which I realize is a compliment to you. So I'm so sorry that I am such a disappointment to you.
I'm not as smart as you, Felicity, or your father. I know that. Even when you were only 6 years old, I could barely keep up with you, too. And Maybe I wasn't always the mother you wanted, but I was always there. I stayed, and I tried. He left me. He left us. But when I look at you, all I see is what he gave you. There's nothing of me in you. You know, it's so funny. I was always so afraid that one day you were going to leave me too. And now I finally realize you already did.
There are people on the other end of this thing, right? People we can hit. We need Felicity.
Here. My supervisor has 3,407 traceable access nodes. Hopefully I didn't put a firewall on everyone, so... Of course I did, because I'm smarter than that. Seriously, if I had 2 less IQ points, we never would have gotten in this mess.
Are you all right? Where's your mom?
I don't know. Probably back at my place, wishing she had a different daughter. It's a long story.
So go see her. Take an hour.
The city is under attack.
Your best chance of stopping it, but not like this, Felicity. Your head's not in the game.
I will get it together.
Tracer hack's running. Take an hour. Go talk to your mom.
I do not have anything to say to her.
You know, earlier today, Thea told me that she literally has to put up with me because family is precious, and that it's love, in spite of everything, that makes it precious.
Where's Scott? The nanny came to pick her up.
He's from a company called Argus. I don't know, never heard of it.
I think that's the point. Well, I'm glad you're still here.
You are a terrible liar, Felicity.
Must be the only thing we have in common. I have blonde hair.
You diet.
You're right. We're different, and it's always going to be that way, and it's not easy.
No, you know what? It's totally my fault for just showing up here uninvited. Seriously, I think I just got so excited about this free flight.
What?
My plane ticket, I got an email that said I'd won some contest. Free first-class round trip to Starling. Email?
Oh. Someone wanted you to be here.
Felicity Small. Just the woman I wanted to see.
What the hell do you want from me? Who are you?
Really don't know.
Thought you'd never forget your first love.
You died. They told me.
But I committed suicide, right? The NSA needed a hacker with game for cyber espionage, and I needed to not be in prison for the rest of my life. Because of what the NSA wanted me doing, it was advantageous for me to be dead.
When I found out you died, I was devastated. I loved you.
I loved you too. After I finished my time with the NSA, I wasn't gonna find you. To let you in on this. And then I discovered you'd become this corporate lapdog. That broke my heart. You changed.
If you ever thought I was capable of doing something like this, you never really knew me at all.
When you wrote this file, Felicity, you knew exactly what it was capable of. All I'm doing is unleashing the true potential of what you made.
Why? This isn't who you are.
5 years with the NSA, you learn a lot about how the world works. How it can't be saved or salvaged. How it's every man for himself. You also learn when the city bank goes under, say, financial cyber attack. The mayor will reach out to the Treasury Department and request an influx of fresh cash. Cash, which is transported by armored trucks, navigating according to a closed-down GPS system which directs them to city deposit. If the drivers deviate from the route, the trucks are shut down. But you are going to hack into the system and direct the cash to come here.
It was about money and I'm the sellout?
No. No, babe. You're the one who's going to help me. See, breaking into the Treasury is asymmetric. Encryption is beyond even my capabilities. I'm going to lightning decline. Yeah! That's why I flew some motivation into town for you. She's been MIA for over an hour.
Well, you did tell her to go home. I just had an Argus agent pick upstairs there. I could have them go back, check things out.
Yep. Felicity's never more than 5 days from their phone. Something's wrong. That terminal's configured to only connect with the Treasury's IP. I mentioned this so you don't try to do anything stupid like alert the police.
I'm so sorry. Right now's not really the best time, okay? But it might be the last time home, and I want you to know that all of everything is for you to be happy.
Would say we hit pause on the Dr. Phillips, so.
It's done! It's done.
That quick?
There's a reason you wanted me, right? The biggest front door inside me.
Guards will be armed. Stay put, okay? Just because we used to screw this thing, I won't use this gun.
What's that? Oh, the watch. The watch Mr. Palmer gave me. It chimes on the hour, and I guess we're about to be killed. We're not going to be killed. We're going to get out of here. It basically replaces your computer. You know, I don't know what that means. It means it has Wi-Fi.
When they're in range, you know what to do.
I did what you wanted. You don't have to kill us.
Really? Who'd have thought that I'd become the crew?
Hey! Hey! You want to wave that gun at me, fine, but don't you dare threaten my daughter.
Here I thought you were all nails and hair.
Try a single mom to work 60-hour weeks and 6-inch heels for tips in order to raise that genius child you see right there. I may not understand all this cyber whatever, but I know about that gun. You wouldn't last 10 seconds against my girl.
Too bad she doesn't have 10 seconds.
I disagree. Put the gun down.
You're always good, Felicity. So good. So am I. Motion censored. They can hit most any target.